So, hi everybody. So, I am Tina Carini with Sponge and Stamp, and I am in Byron, Georgia. So, welcome to Thursday night's Facebook Live, and I'm so glad to be here. And there's a little something there, a gnat. Can we start this over? No, anyway. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm hoping that you guys will be able to find me real soon. I have the cutest card to share with you tonight and teach you how to make it. It is a tool shaker card. So we will not be using the typical window sheets. We're going to be using some tulle. It's really easy to do. I think it's a lot easier than using the window sheets, and it's thinner. And I think you're going to really like it. So I hope you will anyway. I did not come up with this idea myself. I ran across Rachel Tessman with Stamp Your Art Out, and she had done one. And it is so neat. I had to share it with you guys. So if you want to see the cards that she made with it, she did one using the baking set that is new this holiday, and it was super cute. And she also showed a sample of one with the pumpkins. So cute. But we're going to be doing we're going to be using the delicate pines tonight, and then I also have a sample to share with you using a Christmas tree from Marius Trees. So let's go ahead and go down to our craft table here, and let me show you. So this is the Marius Trees one, and that's so cute, and it shakes just like that. You can even hear it. Yay! And then you open it up, and then there's your "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So this is the one that we're going to be making tonight. I'm going to be using, we're going to do it a little bit different with some different print on here, but we're still using the same designer series paper. I believe it's just the back side of this one. So it's really pretty. We're going to do some heat embossing, and we're going to have a great time with this. So before we get started, let me go ahead and mention to you guys, I have my notes here, that the starter kit special just started yesterday. It runs through October 1st through the 31st. It is the best offer that I have ever seen since I've been with Stampin' Up, which is 11 years now. And you get a paper pumpkin kit. You get the supplies, business supplies if you need them, free shipping, and you get to choose $125 worth of product of your choice that's current product, and it's all for $35 plus tax. I cannot even believe that. So that is unbelievable. So there's another option that you can choose. You get the exact same things, except for you choose $189 worth of current product of your choice for the regular price, which is $99 plus tax. So that is an exceptional deal. And if you're thinking about joining Stampin' Up, or if you know you want to join Stampin' Up, I'd love for you to join my team and help me build it. And it is a great opportunity, and there's no commitment at all, or that's not the right word I'm looking for, but there's no obligation. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do what I do. Hey, Lynette, you can just be a hobbyist if that's what you want, and get a 20 to 25% off on your hobbies, on your toys that you want to purchase. Or you can run a business, and you can run a very small business, or you can run a huge business. It's really up to you on what you want to do. You can just test it out, and if it's not for you, then you can just resign, and there's no obligations to pay anything back. It's all for yours to keep. Okay, I think that's it. We are going to be using the delicate pines. We're going to be using the elegant pine snowflake 12 by 12 designer series paper, and we're going to be using the Marius Tree stamp set for the sentiment. And we're also going to be using some of these. I got to put my glasses on because these are just too small for me to see. the loose frosted dots. You can find these online. I'm not sure if they're in the catalog or I don't think they are, but they're on the online store. You can find those. There's also other ones that you can choose. There's gold stars. There's some other colors. It's on the last chance list, but they're more like your party colors. But you can certainly use them for whatever colors you're using. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with a piece of white cardstock. Thank you. So we've got, it's 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. So I am going to go ahead and fold that in half. I'm going to bring my bone folder over here. I really didn't want to get started on this until everybody found me tonight, but I don't want to just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. But how have you been, Lynette? Let's see. Then we have a design. This is this other side here. This is the one that's on this card right here. And I just flipped it over and we're going to use this side. I think that this side is really, really pretty. I love the color of that. It's shaded spruce. It's so pretty. I hope I cut my piece right. It's a little off. Oh, it's off just a teeny tiny bit. Oh. It'll be all right. We're still going to use it. No, you know what? I think I'm going to cut another piece because I really don't like that. So let's go ahead. You're doing good? Aw. Isn't this paper so pretty? I absolutely love it. So we're going to cut this at 5.5, but I think I'm going to go just a tad bit over 5.5. And we're going to, because I'd much rather have to trim it off my card than it be a little shy like that piece is. And then we're going to do it at 4 1/4, but like just a tiny, tiny bit over 4 1/4. Just a little bit. Okay, then we're going to see how this goes. And let's see if this is better. Oh, that's even smaller. What is wrong with this? I do not know. This is my card. Maybe no, it shouldn't be. It should be just right. We're going to trim this. That's going to mess my score line up. I'm not happy with this. I could just get another piece. You know what? Let's trim just like a 1/16 of an inch off on this side. Do that. This is supposed to be super, super easy, and I think I got a little more than 1/16 of an inch. But let's see here. I think we're going to be good. It's okay, because like I said, I'd much rather, that's better. All right, so what we're going to do is now we're going to take some adhesive. If you have removable adhesive, that would be absolutely perfect. It needs to go this way. I flipped my card over because if you notice, one side is just like a teeny bit over. So we want that on the back. And then we're going to put that on there. So I'm just going to put like a teeny tiny bit of this on here. Hey, Chris. I have a love-hate relationship with my seal. I'm just going to put just a teeny tiny bit, just enough to kind of hold it. Maybe I need to clean that because look at that. That's kind of gross. That's okay. We won't see that and it's not permanent. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here. Come on. Please. Cooperate tonight. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to pick this up and I am going to just, this is the easiest way that I found to do this when you're covering your whole cardstock. Come over just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I just pushed down just lightly. I didn't want to push down too hard. And then what we're using is my Stylish Shapes dies. If you don't have these are awesome dies to have because you get your squares, you get your circles, they're stitched, and some labels. They're absolutely awesome. We're going to use the second to the largest one on this, and then we're going to, I'm going to have my card to be, what do you call, landscaped, and I'm going to place this on here. Actually, I'm going to open this up so that I don't forget when I run it through. Just like so, I'm going to figure out exactly where I want this to go, and I think that that is pretty good right there. So I just want to make sure that it's straight, and I want to, here it is, take my Post-it note tape. I didn't need one that big, but it's all right. You can tear it in half. Make sure that this is right where I want it to be. There's a pesky little gnat in here. Just like that. And just like that. Okay, now I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. So I'm going to stick it on here like that. I'm also going to turn it just a little bit because that way it's not such a clunk clunk when it goes through, and it's a little easier to crank it through. So we're going to bring this over here. I'm going to lay this on top. So I just have my basic sandwich, which is your base plate, then your little white shim, your acrylic plate, and then another one right on top. We're going to crank this through. There we go. Move this back over here. Oh, you guys are really chatting away here. Hi, Nelda. I know it's pretty. Both sides are so pretty, Lynette. They're beautiful. Yay! Yes, you are finally here, Nelda. I am good. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are saying hi to each other. Okay, so we're going to carefully remove this off of here. And just like that. I'm going to carefully move this off. Oops. And move this off. We're done with our little square. And then we just take this off right here, just like that. So we have these two pieces. You can either use this on your card, or you can save this for another card, which I have not completely decided if that is what I want to do or not. And then we're going to remove this carefully, not to bend our card or the paper, and just kind of carefully remove that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move this plate, put it back over here. Now I do have an eraser here, right here. So I am going to take and get that glue off of there, just because I just don't want it on there. It really doesn't matter because you're going to glue it back down anyway, but we're just going to get that off of there. And right there. All right, so then that's how it's going to go. It's just like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tool here. So this is just 6-inch wide tool. And so I know that 6 inches will fold up for me this way. So I can put that here, and then I can fold this up. So all I have to do is just make one cut. So then all I'm going to do is figure out where I want this to sit and how much I want. It's so hard to see this white tool on this white card. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut along here. Whoops, it just came off of there. That's okay. We can do it just like It's so hard to see. That's the hardest part, is it is very hard to see. Okay, there we go. We got it. We're gonna put this away because we don't need that anymore. I am gonna roll it up though, so it doesn't get messed up. All right, so we have our piece of tulle. I got a little glue on it. Whale. Hopefully I can get that off. There we go. All right, we're gonna put that aside. I think I'm gonna bring this light down here some so I can see a little better maybe. Then we're gonna take our tear and tape. This is gonna be your friend because you're gonna need quite a bit of this. So we are gonna take you're gonna take it just past the square and you're gonna go just to your little dotted lines there. So that's what we're gonna do. Just like so. I think I'm doing this right. I've only made 3 of these. One ended up in the trash. Not because I did it wrong. Well, I did, but I mean, I wasn't paying attention to where the way my card was, and I put all of this in the inside, and you want all of this to go on the outside because your designer series paper is going to cover all this up so you won't see it. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take these off because we're going to come down the sides and we don't want to cross over the backing. So we're just going to take the backing off and then we're going to put it on the sides. And this is layer 1. Okay, so we're going to come right just like that, just to that dotted line. You could put it closer to the little window if you wanted to, but just be careful that you don't go into the window because if you get it in the window or too close, then you're going to have some stickies on your edges, and you don't want that because then your little, what do you call them? Your embellishments, your shaker elements will stick. Oh, I did not mean to do that. All right, let's go ahead and peel this off. And then we can just stick another piece. I'm just overlapping it so that I make sure that I don't have any vacant spots. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to pull this off. There we go. And we're going to pull this off right here, just like so. All right, so now we are ready for our tulle. So here's our tulle. And all you're going to do is you're going to lay this down carefully. You don't want to pull it. You don't want to pull it, and you want to make sure that you get it on there as straight as you can, which is going to be a little hard because if you didn't cut it straight, you're not going to know if it's straight or not. And then if I have too much overhang, and then I'm just going to push this down. If I have too much of an overhang, I can trim it off at the end. So I'm just making sure that that is all down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some more of this tear and tape, go right over the top of where we just were, or what we just laid, just like that. I'm going to come down here. So there's a few steps to this, but I think this is so much easier than using the foam strips, and it lays flat too, so it's flatter when you mail it. We're going to take that off. So if you're using your scissors tips or your take your pick tool or a pokey tool to get this off, just be careful that you don't tear your tool, because you don't want to do that. Okay, And then we're going to do one more side here. Two more sides, I'm sorry. Did I already do those? Well, I don't know, so we're going to do it again. I don't think I did. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so there we go. We got that. And then we're going to come right over here and do this side. And if I did, now we have double the sticky. It's okay. That's not a big deal. All right, there we go. Oh, okay. So, oh, you know what I forgot to do? No, I didn't. This is what we're doing. Oh, I scared myself there. I thought, oh no, what did I do? All right, now I took all the stickies off, or the backings off. So now I'm going to come in with some of these embellishments. Now this doesn't have red in it. The loose frosted dots does not have red. And I wanted red in my shaker card. I may regret this later because I actually am doing a little bit different colors, but that's okay. So I put some of these aside. All I did was I took some pink ones out of here, and I just used my real red marker, the dark marker. Oh, these things pop around a lot. Come on. Let me get this out of there. Come on, go in there. And then I might take some of those red out because I don't think I need that much red. Now, the easiest way to do this is just to take a spoonful and dump it right in the center of your window here, but I didn't want all the pinks in here, so we're just gonna take some of these out. There's all kinds of different sizes in here. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I'm gonna put some of these yellows or golds, whatever you want to call them, yellow or gold. Some big, some small. Come on, where's some more of the little ones? Right here is one. And right here is one. And right here is one. I'm having a hard time here. I think I want just a little bit more of these ones, but I want some little ones. You know, that's a big one. I think that's probably pretty good. Let's put a couple more gold in there. Some middle-sized ones. And let's see. I think we need some more. You know what? I think I will throw a pink in there. We'll throw a couple small pinks in there just to give it a little more something, something. Okay, I think that's enough. You can put more if you want to, but I think that's going to be plenty. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold the end of your tool up, fold it up until it won't come up anymore, and then you're just going to press it down as you go up. And then you don't want to stretch it or pull it. Just want to be careful. And then you're going to push this down. And then I think I'm okay. None of it's going to stick out of the side of my card. So I'm okay. All right. So now you're going to do this one more time. This is the last layer of your tear and tape. Isn't this cool though, you guys? I love this. All right, and then we're gonna put another piece up top, up here. This stuff is so sticky, but it's good. All right, that's what you want, sticky, sticky. All right, and now I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna burnish this down. And then I'm going to pull this, kind of get this up. I might have to take my take your pick tool on this, but I hope not. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna do the other sides. And I think I just made my decision on whether or not I'm gonna use the pieces that we cut out, because you wanted, if you're going to use those, and I'll show you here in just a second, you want to do that before you do this part, because you want to make sure that it's centered just right. And I mean, you can still do it, but it's just, oh, I just ripped my card. You can still do it. It's just a little more difficult. Okay, and then we're going to take these off. And then the tricky part comes, at least for me, because I don't do things straight. All right, so here is our piece of paper, our beautiful designer series paper. There's our shaker part, and we are going to try to get this on here right. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to see if I can't do it like this. Not going to push it down because I want to make sure that it is right around my frame like it needs to be, and it's not. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it like that and hope I can get this. This is the hardest part for me, you guys, because I never put anything straight. There we go. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I got it. Let's see how off I am. No, just a little bit right down at the bottom. You can trim that little tiny piece off if you want to. I'm not going to stress over that. Now you want to glue the rest of your designer series paper down all along the edges. So you could use your tape runner. I'm going to use some liquid glue here. No, I did not just do that. You guys did not see that. I need something to get that off. I just about glued our card shut. Ah. I am just gonna wipe that off. Just tore it up even more. Oh shoot, it's all right. So whoever wins the numbers game will get to pick, will get the other card, not this one, because Tina messed this one up. All right. And then we're just going to do some glue on here and some glue over here. And then we're just going to press this down just like that. There we go. It's all done. No, it's not. We got our paper down there. That's what we have. All right. So there's our shaker. Isn't that cool? It's really not that hard. I know I made it look harder than what it normally is, but it is not that hard. Okay, so now we're going to decorate. So we're going to do something a little different. I did a lot of the work because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to show you guys how to do the tool part on your card. So I've already done a lot of it, but I'm going to walk you through it. So I have a piece of shaded spruce because it coordinates with this designer series paper beautifully. I have our embossing buddy, and I am just going to rub this over just to take off any oils or static or anything like that that I may have on there. I'm using this. Let me see. Let me bring it in here for you guys. I'm using this one, this image right here. We're going to ink that up. Well, let me show you all of the ones we're using. We're using this image, this one and this little one right here. All right. And then we're using the dies to cut this off, to cut that off, to die cut them. And then I've already die cut the pine cones. So there's some wonderful dies in there for the pine cones. They're layered. So it's really, really cool. And I know I think I showed you that last week. So there we go. So then we're going to heat emboss this. We're going to take our white embossing powder. And I am going to just cover that up really well. There we go. So that's ready to go. I could stamp on the edges of that, but I don't want to take a chance of messing it up. So we're going to bring in this one. I'm going to do the same thing just to kind of go around there. And then we're going to bring back in our Versamark. We're going to ink up the medium little pine. We're going to hopefully have enough room. I think it'll go right there. So we've got that one, and then we've got our little one. We've got to ink that up, and that one's going to go right there. Oh, I didn't stamp that good. We'll stamp it right here. There we go. And then we're going to do the embossing powder on that as well. Just like that. Pretty, 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 pretty. Where's my lid? Here it is. Okay, I don't need that. Let's get that out of the way. Put this out of the way because I think we're done with that. At least, no, we're not done with that. But for right now, we are. And then we're going to take our heat tool. A little bit of patience, Nelda, but really, I made it look a lot harder than it is, and you'll get it really quick. It's just a lot of 3 layers of your tear and tape, but it's pretty easy. I think it's easier than the other way of doing it with the, what do you call them? The strips, the dimensional strips. I can't think of the name. I know I just said it just a minute ago. So we're going to heat emboss that. You're going to heat emboss that until it's nice and white and shiny. And then you're going to take your die cuts, your dies, and you're going to put them on there. Tape them down if you need to, or use your magnetic plate, or both. I need, where is it? Oh, okay, so here's the little one. We're going to put that one on there, tape it down. The big one was, I didn't put it back in here, I don't think. Well, this is the big one, so it's the next one down. Then we have our little pine one right here. Right there. And then you're going to cut one of these out of the shaded spruce and one out of old olive, out of that. And then you're going to take your 2 pine cone pieces and you're going to cut 3 of the flat bases and then 3 of your detailed one. So you do the detailed in early espresso, and the backing you're going to do in crumb cake, or whatever color that you choose to do. You could do any kind of color. Here it is. So this one is going to go on there. Then we'll put some tear and tape on that, run it through the embossing machine. But I already did that to kind of save some time here. Where's my other piece? Oh no. All right, you guys, I fibbed you. We're not going to cut that out. We've already stamped it. I just stamped it in there. So let me show you. We'll do it on this one. So I took this and I inked it up. You could layer it if you want to, and it would be really, really pretty. It would add more to it. You want to do this, though, before you heat emboss, because now you might get the other a little too hot. But you could try it. We could try it, see what happens. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to do this again, get it nice and hot. I'm so glad you guys like this. I'm moving, keeping it moving so that I don't burn the other white. And it worked. So then you're just going to die cut that out. That's so pretty. I love that. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save these too because I probably will use those on something else. Then we have our two little ones here that I already did because you're going to need two little ones and I only stamped one. Okay, we're going to close that up. We're going to get rid of these sheets right here. All right, and then we're going to bring in these that I've already die cut and our pine cones, and you'll notice something a little different on these pine cones and these. I think you might be able to see it. I'll hold it up for you so you can kind of see. Can you see? I dipped it in the Versamark carefully and then dipped it into the white powder so that it looks like it just got a little snow on it. I did the same thing to the old olive one. So pretty. So you could put more or less. It is entirely up to you. And I did the same thing to the pine cones. So they have snow all on them too. And then this one, we're going to put together. So this is your flat piece right here. And then this is your detailed one. So the flat was done in crumb cake and the detail is done in early espresso. Aw, thanks you guys. You don't like it, you love it. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think it's been years since I've done any kind of shaker cards because honestly, I really don't enjoy making them. But this I did. I really was having a lot of fun with it. And wish I had some different stamp sets to do different stuff with them because they're really cool. I really like them. And then you're gonna line these up on there just like that. So that's all nice and glued. I'm gonna put this cap back on here so that it doesn't dry up. All right, now we're gonna bring back in our embossing powder because we have to emboss that, heat emboss this pine cone. So again, you can do as less as you want or as much as you want. And I also I am gonna take this. You can use whatever you want to use because I just want to get just a little on there. All right, I'm gonna take my tweezers here and I'm gonna hold the bottom of this because I don't mind if the bottom does not get any of this embossing powder. I'm just going to shake that. And then can you see where the embossing powder got? I don't know if you guys there you go, if you can see it or not, but you'll see it when it heats up. And it's going to be so pretty. Let's close this up so that we don't have a big oopsie. All right, so put this hot. And the magic begins. All right, there we go. All right, so now we've got our pine cones and our, oh, I got that on there crooked. Oh, well, we're going with it. All right, so I'm going to decide which way I want this to go. You can do yours however you want to. I'm going to glue those together and they're going to go like that. I am okay if anything peeks through this window on the other side. If think it will be fine. If you don't want it to, then just make sure that wherever you place it, that it doesn't peek through for you. So I'm going to take our glue. I just want to put a small little dot of glue right there. And I'm going to fix this right where I think I want it to go. And I think I want it to be, it dried really fast that time. Woo! Okay, and I'm gonna go, I could do like that. You could just play with it however you want to play with it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this up on here with a dimensional. I'm gonna glue these down. So let's go ahead and glue those down. Just put a little dot of glue. Put them right where you think you want them to go, which is right about there. I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of that. At least I think I am. Here we go. So I'm going to put a dimensional right there. And then I'm going to put that just like that. What did I do? My dimensional, it went flying somewhere. It didn't stick. All right, took the back off of that. I bet when I took the back off, it came off because I didn't press down hard enough. That's probably exactly what happened. So we've got that in place. Now we've got to play with our pine cone and kind of decide where we want to put these. I'm going to put this one right. I think I'm going to slip this one under my shaded spruce, like so. And then this one, I think is, no, you know what? Maybe I'll do that one. Both of them under there. I like that. Just like so. You can push those up in there a little more. You can turn it a little more, however you want to do them. I am going to pull them back out. Put some glue on the back of that. You can turn it towards your window if you want to. However you want to do it. It's really up to you and whatever you think looks best. Everybody's got a little bit of a different idea, right? And then this, I'm going to stick just like that. And then this one is going to come right under those, just like that. I really like the way that looks. Now we got 2 more things to do. I'm going to pop this one up. So I'm going to take a little tiny dimensional here. I'm going to put it right in the center of this, maybe. You can see what I'm doing. Right in the center. I'm going to peel the backing off. And then we're going to put this just like that so that that gives it a little extra something something. And then we're going to do, what else are we going to do? Oh, we're going to glue these on here. So you can glue one right here. And you can put a little greenery behind that one if you want to. But I think I'm just going to leave that alone. And I think I am going to pop that one up too. So we need another little one. I'm just going to put it right here because you don't want your backings to show, which I hope I remembered that on those. But I'm okay if my cardstock peeks over, but I don't want my dimensionals to. All right, so now we just have 2 things left to do. And before I did that, I should have stamped our sentiment on here so that I knew that it was centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off because this is, I did use red. And I need a piece of scrap so I can make sure that there's not going to be any gook on that. I'm going to take this off the block even though it's already on the block. And I'm just going to kind of place it to see exactly where I want this to go, which we're going to play around with it until we get it. And I'm okay with that right there. So I just want it to be straight though. So let me see. I think I'm good with that. It could come up just a teeny tiny bits. Then I'm going to block this. Then I'm going to bring in my real red. Thank you. And I am going to put my finger right here because that's where I know I want the bottom of the Christmas to go. And I hope that I did this right. There we go. Perfect. All right. So what you want to do before you do your tool is when you want to do your sentiment, either you stamp it or you layer this. This will go up under here. So you'll line it up in there. You'll put some adhesive on the back side and then you just push it down and pull the top of your card up and then it's in place. And then this piece here, you just take your trimmer, or you can freehand it if you're steady. I'm not steady and I don't cut straight. So I take my trimmer and I just cut off a 1/16 of an inch, which let me show you what that is. That is, see this black part here? In the very center between those is your cut line. And if you cover that black up like so, that's a 1/16 of an inch. So we just come in and we give that a slice and it just cuts that much off. You do it on all the sides, which I already did on one. And then here, I'll show you on this one. So then it just gives you a little border around there. And then you just stamp your sentiment on this and then adhere it to your designer series paper that you already adhered down that I forgot to do. So that's how you do that. So we got one more thing to do here. And I just want to bring in some red in the center of our snowflake. So I have some options here. I can take one of the little ones here and color them red, one of the pink ones, and color them red. I could use one of these snowflakes, but I really think that's going to be a little big. So the other option that I can do is take your basic rhinestones and color those red, which is what I did. And I'm just going to stick that right in the center of there. And then there you go. There is your card. Isn't that so stinking cute? So you got your shaker card. So cute. Let me hold it up. Well, the lighting is just terrible. Struggle with my lighting. Okay, so there you go. Isn't that just adorable? And it just shaky, shaky. Shaky, shaky, shaky. See if I can hold that up for you guys to see. So pretty. And then you open it up. Merry Christmas. Well, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Then you can do your writing over here. Be careful not to go over here so it shows through your window. Or you could do your writing over here too. And that is a tool shaker card. So you guys, you know what? I'll just remake another one if you choose this one, whoever the winner is. So you can choose this one or this one. Or you know what? I'll even let you know this one or this one. And if you choose this one, I'll remake it because I messed up on it. Actually, no, it's fine. I can take this off right here, that glue, just like so. Try to get that off of there. I can work on this. All right, so you guys pick a number between 1 and 15. Oh, let me write the number down first. I don't want to see your numbers. Don't do them yet. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, you guys, 1 through 15, whoever gets the closest to the number without going over first is the one who will get to choose the card they want. Free, I'll mail it to you. And it's just a thank you for joining me live, and that's all. Okay, so we have a 14 and a 12. Come on, you guys. Take a sip of my coffee. All right, so last call, and the number is 10. So looks like the closest is Christine Kelly. So congratulations to Chris. And you tell me which one of these you like the best, and I will mail it to you. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. What was my number? I'm losing my mind, you guys. I did this like, what, a couple weeks ago, too. 10. The number is 10. That was the number 10. 14, 12, 8. Yeah, so 8 without going over. Second guessing myself here. So Chris is the winner, correct? Am I right? I'm right. Okay. So just let me know which one that you want. I have these little pieces here to work with. So pretty. I love this set so much, you guys. So pretty. The blue one, this one right here. Okay. You're welcome. I will clean that glue up and send it to you in the mail. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me tonight and letting me share with you what I love so much. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. And I hope that you are inspired by this card. If you've never heard of a tool card, please comment in the comments and let me know if you're going to give it a try, because I hope that you do, because it's really easy to do. It's just 3 layers of tear and tape, some 6-inch wide tulle. This is just white matte tulle. You want the kind that is very fine so that your elements don't come through it, especially your little ones. And that's really it. You just want to kind of measure it and make sure that you have enough on all sides to cover your tear and tape. And that's it. So, and then of course your pieces to decorate, you need your elements. All right, you guys, don't forget about the joining special. I'd love to see my team grow, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you. Oh, class is Saturday. So I think I've already cut my kits for the class, and I think I have one extra one. So if you're interested and you have not registered yet, please just reach out to me. You can personal message me, instant messenger, and private message me, and just give me your phone number and I will send you the link to register up for the class, and we'll be good to go, and that will reserve your kit and your seat. Okay, I will see some of you on Saturday. And again, enjoy your week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Bye, you guys.